Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Our subject in this today, the relation of selected salivary antioxidants and oral health. Dental caries is localized destruction of susceptible dental hair tissue by acid produced by bacterial fermentation of dietary carbohydrate. It is multifactorial disease involving the presence of microorganism, host, substrate, and alteration of immunological system. It is most prevalent and chronic disease, where saliva is biological fluid in oral cavity. It is important for oral health through various mechanisms such as salivary fluoride, buffer capacity, and defense function through an antibacterial factor and salivary system. Antioxidants, an important part of our diet, and these together with intracellular antioxidants and those of enzymatic system can prevent various inflammatory infections or oncogenic processes. For example of some salivary antioxidants are uric acid and total protein, where uric acid in human is main final product of purine metabolism, that is the product from xanthine by enzyme xanthine oxidase. During purine metabolism, molecular oxygen as electron acceptor will generate superoxide anion and other reactive oxygen products, while protein acts directly and indirectly through various methods on plaque and bacterial modulating susceptibility of tooth to the dental caries. In this slide, we show the aim of this study. The aim of this study is to find any relationship between selective salivary antioxidant, including uric acid and total protein, and dental caries. Material and method. This part, which includes subject and dental examination. This study was conducted during period from January to February 2020 on 50 randomly selected subjects. They should be non-smoker with no medical history, should not take any medication, attending health center in Samara City. The age ranging between 19 to 30 years old. The clinical examination was carried out by using a plain mouth mirror and dental explorer. Saliva collection. Sample was performed according to instructions cities by Tenavio and Lagerlof at morning after last 2 hours of fasting status. Each subjected we asked to rinse mouth using distilled water, and after 5 minutes salivary sample start to collected through spitting into plastic tube until obtaining 5 ml of unstimulating saliva. The collected sample were centrifuged at 3000 rpm 14 minutes. Then supinate part of sample was aspirated and saved at -20 centigrade for subsequent biochemical analysis. In this step, we show biochemical analysis. Salivary sample were transferred to advanced laboratory testing in Samara City for biochemical analysis. Salivary antioxidants such as total protein and uric acid were determined colorimetrically using the spectrophotometer. Salivary total protein and salivary uric acid level were measured by using ready kit. For example, BioLab France. The data analyzed by using statistical package for social sciences. Results. In table 1, Alayoubi the number and percentage of bad gender for all three groups. The first group is mild, was represent 78% of total sample that carries experience ranges from 0 to 10, while the second group is moderate, was only formed 22% of the sample, with carries experience range between 11 to 20, while the third group is severe, that carries experience range between 21 and more. In this study, they represent 0%, no any subject in the study sample having his status. While in table 2, illustrate mean and standard deviation of salivary total protein and uric acid in male and female. It's shown that the male having higher salivary uric acid than the female, which is a highly significant difference. Table 3. Illustrates mean and standard deviation of DMFT index and tooth decay indices on both gender, male and female. It's seen that DMFT index in the male more than the female, that in female and difference is highly significant. Also found the male have more decay teeth than that in female, with the significant difference prevail. Table 4 illustrates mean and standard deviation of salivary total protein and the salivary uric acid in different group of DMFT index. It is found that there is no significant difference between this group on post-salivary antioxidant constituents. While Table 5 illustrates correlation of total protein and uric acid with caries severity index, DMFT, and tooth decay. And the p-value for each of them, it found that there is positive significant correlation between DMFT index and salivary uric acid. Discussion. In current study, data analysis show that the concentration of salivary uric acid in male more than in female. The same result was reported by other study. This could be due to sex hormone which play central role in this phenomenon, such as estrogen in women, increase renal urate clearance, and lower tubular urate post-excretory absorption. Also, the present study found that the level of salivary uric acid increased when the Al-kaysi prevalence increased too. They explain the result that raise in total antioxidant capability of saliva could great alteration in the adherence of streptococcus to dental plaque and lead to more cardiogenic action. على عكس هذا, other study found negative correlation between salivary uric acid and caries prevalence. Also, it is found that antioxidants enhance oral health by providing or protecting against reactive oxygen species that induce damage of oral tissue, especially gingival hyaluronic acid and protoglycan. In this study, we found that the dental caries significantly higher in male than in female. This is the same finding of other researchers. The role of salivary total protein in dental caries is explained as double-edged sword. They may play a protective role depending on other site, location, and action, or may increase colonization of microorganisms. In this study, there was no significant relation found between salivary total protein and caries prevalence. This result agrees with the result of other researchers that the mean salivary protein in control group increased significantly in comparison with high caries group. It may attribute to a protective effect of salivary protein against free diffusion of acid onto surface. Conclusion: the result of this study mentioned that salivary uric acid may serve as biomarker of dental caries status. In addition, may play a role on protection oral tissue from oral disease, which affects the oral health as shown by higher dental caries among examined subjects with the high select antioxidant agents. References. Thank you for listening.